Hi, I'm Jared from KTWU. Coming up, a segment from Sunflower Journeys. If you enjoy it, please consider visiting ktwu.org to make a contribution.
Sit down there. Born here in Barnes years ago and moved away and went to the city and then come back and retired here. When you retire, it's just much more peaceful in a small community. No traffic. We don't even have a stoplight here. We had a real nice cafe here, and the couple had marital problems. Actually, they run it in the ground. They didn't do a good job, and so they closed it up. So the Barnes Community Development, we call it BCDC, bought it, and I was on the board. But then we finally bought the building, and if it wasn't for this, we probably wouldn't have a cafe here in town.
You too. I'll get the decaf on. Okay, bye.
I think the cafe is almost the hub or the center of what's happening in our community.
But Friday, if she works the 6 to 2.
We're not in the business to really make a lot of revenue. It's a service to our community, and so we try to have the cost of food fair enough that everyone in a family, you can bring your family in and eat at a reasonable price. We try to make expenses, pay our salaries to our employees, and keep going.
I have an extra penny, Lester, so I'm saving you a penny. 5 and 10. Thank you. Elmer? I've been asked to work at restaurants, but I don't think they want me because I'm too. I have to. I got to crack a joke or I got to say something and make them laugh, and that's what brings your customers back. Morning, Daryl.
Morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pancakes, French toast, hash browns, omelets, bacon, sausage, ham. Wednesdays. It's our big day. We do a lot of chickens. We have a lot of people call in and reserve their chicken to make sure they get what they want. We got 3 bachelors that come in. Of course, I cook special for them. Well, they can't have onions, so, if I can, I'll make their little portions without onions.
Well, how did you make out? Okay?
Because I get a chance, I sit and talk to the bachelors, just so they don't get up and leave, because I think they enjoy.
Charlie probably wanted to try to cottage cheese.
Oh,
maybe.
cottage cheese.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not thinking today. Okay.
When I have time, I usually go out and harass them, tease them. I don't know if they like it or not, they seem to, but, that's why I work here. I want to be around people.
In the city, Of course, we lived in Kansas City area for a lot of years, 35 years. And the people down there think that anybody that lives in a rural town is way living in the dark ages, way behind times. But I come up here, but they're not. They've all got televisions and they buy new cars. They keep up with everything just as much as they do in the city, except it's a little bit slower life. They don't. And up here, everybody gets to know everybody too. Or in the city, you might go to one cafe and you might get to know a couple people, but everybody comes in and everybody sits at their own table. Here, you'll find after a while that table over there, you have to have long arms to be able to sit your coffee down. Too many around the table.
Everybody knows everything that goes on, period. If nothing else, we can hear what happened at coffee in the morning. I always say if I really want to get the news, I just need to show up at the coffee shop in the morning because that's where it's all done. I could have my work done for me. We actually were in Lawrence for 5 years while I finished up my degree. And after when my oldest daughter got to be about 4 years old and she was getting to school age, I decided that we wanted them to come back to the small town rural life. And having come from this area, then I realized this is the kind of small town we wanted. And there's not many people, I guess, our age coming back anymore. But we think we made the right choice, and we wouldn't do it any other way, I suppose. So hopefully someday we'll see more people sitting at these tables. We got to replace these family groups at these cafe tables.
It's a constant watch the bottom line, and sometimes we just kind of chew our fingernails because maybe we've lost an employee, and it's hard to find that nice mesh that everyone can work together well, and the food is good, and we want to keep the quality of food good. We like those real mashed potatoes, made from peeled potatoes and gravy and all those homemade things.
I just don't want people leaving here hungry. I want them to have plenty to eat. And I told the board I was going to feed them good until they told me different. And they haven't said anything, so.
Jack has an order to go with a little cooling, right?
Yeah, whenever you get time.
Okay.
A lot of us could have moved somewhere else and went to the big city, but chose to stay here because we like the atmosphere, we love the people, we love the unlocked doors and the keys in the car type of days. So we're very proud of our community.
Glad you could stop by to see a clip from Sunflower Journeys. There are more great local stories out there waiting to be discovered, but it takes help from viewers like you and me to make it happen. Visit KTWU.org right now to make a pledge.